How do you replace an indoor coil on a wall mount air handler? Today we're replacing this leaking indoor coil on this wall mount air handler. This is a mini split system, and today I'm going to walk you through the process so that you know how to replace an indoor coil. You're watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad. Hit the like button, subscribe, and smash that bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and get started. First step, remove the deer from away from the wall mount air handler. Come here, buddy. I'll move you over here, okay? We're gonna move your friends too. There you go.
No animals were harmed in the making of this video.
That's correct. Thank you for stating that, Roland. Okay, setting the ladder up. This will be the easy part. Let me show you the hard part. Okay, so there's the outdoor unit. And there, behind that line hide cover up at the very top is where the connections for the indoor air handler are. Are we gonna be okay? No? I think we'll be all right. All right.
We're rolling.
First things first, gotta take off the cover. Make sure you shake the ladder so you know it's steady. I get the bonus of having the ground super wet. So, got to take off the coupling. And once I get the coupling loose, I'll take the cover off. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done something like this in your HVAC career journey that you thought was a little unsafe. So there's the cover, and then it looks like to me, oh, the fitting should be right here. Oh, they're welded.
No.
There are no flare fittings. So whenever we did this project,
No.
what, 5 years ago?
No.
We cut the flares off and welded the connections. I got a Phillips screwdriver, taking the screws off of the hole cover. This is the hole cover up top. Yep. Looks like I need to get up here a little more. Hey, at least we're during the winter, and there's no wasp in that nest right there. Roland, if you'll go inside and open the window, I can crawl inside. After
Sure.
we get done.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You can pull me inside, just hang on to the deer end.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of silicone. See that?
Oh my goodness.
No wasp. Okay. Next thing we got to do, make sure you got a good knife.
Don't stab yourself in the face.
Try not to. Got the zip ties. Got the tape. All right. Get the line sets to where they are open and out. We'll want to take and recover the refrigerant, cut these lines, bend everything up, take the drain loose. That way we can pull that coil through the wall. All right. All right, so here's the drain line. Take that out. And then I got the tubing cutters on the liquid line connection here. You can see where it was welded. I'm gonna cut these lines after we recover the refrigerant. Got the drain loose. Good deal. All right. Roland's hooking the gauges up, and we're gonna recover that refrigerant. Before I cut the lines, I want to use some sandpaper and make it nice and clean. That way it's beautiful. And we'll go inside and take the communication wire and the power wire for that air handler loose. That way we can actually take out the wall mount air handler. I've got one of these lines disconnected right now. So now I'm going to disconnect the other one, and I'll show you how we're going to use a flaring tool to make the new flare connections. Got both of the lines cut, ready to be flared. Take the drain and both line sets that come from the wall mount air handler, that coil, and bend them up straight. That way it's easier to pull the wall mount air handler through the wall, or the line sets through the wall. My ladder, the feet are digging into the mud, which is nice. I've got this brick behind it Roland had a good point. You could bring some straps with you and strap the ladder against the wall up top. That way you have less bounce, less give. Good idea. Here's the new indoor coil. Here are our flare connections. Line size looks like 5/8 and 1/4 inch. I'm pretty sure a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch. So what we're going to do now, Phillips screwdriver. We are going to take the cover off. We've got 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. And Roland's also informed me that we'll be replacing the indoor motor, I guess, because what, noise?
Noise.
Yeah, noise. So, okay, so the second part is you take a flathead screwdriver. Whoops, sorry.
You're good.
And there are these little hooks. You push it inside and then you just basically pop that screwdriver up and that hook will come out. You got 3 of those. And then of course, you gotta take this sensor out right here. This is the ambient air sensor. I'll take that cover off. Cover off of the wiring. We're going to loosen the F2, F1 wire, which is the communication.
You know what? I can go ahead and get this out of the way first.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. So, excellent. Take the wire off for the receiver. There you go. Perfect. See that right there is the receiver. That's the plug. Now, only thing we got left is the L1 and L2.
Probably, well, I didn't take that off.
That way you can feed the wires through better. Good idea.
When it goes back together, we'll have to have it off.
L1 and L2, that's the power.
I got ground over here. Why?
Yeah, I went ahead and I loosened that up already. You can take that wire loose. There you go.
Where she be?
Excellent. We're just going to take the wall mount off of the bracket. So basically going to lift it up and then pull it through the wall. And I'll tell you what, those wires may be wire tied to the line set, so we may have to cut that. Oh no, there's no wire tie. It's tape. Okay, it's not tape. Okay, good deal. Excellent, man. Excellent, Roland. And there's that wall mount air handler. You want to set it right here in this box or on that brown paper over there? Now we can work with it a little bit better. We're going to take the sensors off of the coil. We're going to take this screw out, take this little cover plate off so we can get the line sets loose and get the coil out. Don't forget the metal clips. Don't lose those. You got 2 sensors for that evap. And now we got to get to the control board. I'm going to take this ground screw loose. Got a screw right there we had to take off. So this plate will come off. Now there's our control board. Took this screw loose. Okay. All right, so can you see that screw right there? It's pretty rusted, but you got to take that screw loose. You can see there's some more screws that we've taken out so that we can get the motor out. You see that screw back there? There's a couple screws we're taking out. Okay, the coil should come out. This is a bracket right here we had to take loose. Got a couple screws over there.
I forgot about it.
Oh, okay, you want this? Okay, got those 2 screws to take out as well. And the coil should come loose. Perfect.
Nope, there's another.
There's another?
There's another.
So there's screws on both sides of this coil that you got to take out.
Here she comes.
And if you want to get to this motor, you really need to get this control board out of the way. Okay. Looks like it wants to come out now. Got the coil out. And you can see we took some of these screws loose. That way we can get to the motor. There's the motor right there. Look at that. We just got to take this screw loose because it's attached to the blower wheel.
Can you hold up on that?
Absolutely. Perfect. Excellent.
I'm gonna clean that blower wheel here.
Oh yeah, that is super dirty, and that's
Nasty.
part of the reason that that motor went bad. Probably one of the main reasons. Got to get the plug for the motor and take it loose. Okay, so Roland's cleaning the blower wheel. We got a total of 16 screws. That's how many screws we had to take out to get the indoor motor to come out, and also the coil. Not a hard job because the parts are so small. It's a lot easier to replace this indoor coil than having an indoor coil that weighs 30 or 40 pounds. So I like the fact that we have smaller parts and they're much easier to handle. Still, you got to know how to do it. And I hope this video is helping you so far. Let me know if you've ever had to replace an indoor coil. And as always, hit the like button, subscribe, smash that bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing. Let's continue.
Button is smacked.
Check this out. New motor, old motor. Listen to the old motor.
Ooh.
You hear that? Listen to the new one.
Not a peep.
Not a peep, no sound. So this is the coil cleaner we're using. Great for aluminum coils, micro channel coils, fan blades, general cleaning. Got a pump sprayer. What do you mean to do? You need me to hold it? You hold it up here?
Know. Maybe. Well,
Yeah, I mean I can turn it while you spray it.
Don't let me get this on.
You can see how dirty it is. Okay, go ahead.
Turn that sucker. Gotta be careful. It probably won't hurt your hands. It's some very mild stuff.
I wonder if I can add that to some of my soup,
Probably.
my quesadilla.
It'd be nice. Now we'll let this sit for a minute. Keep spinning.
Just keep spinning, just keep spinning.
Look like I got it all?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, we'll let that. Look at all that stuff falling off of it.
What we got?
See?
Ooey!
That's after I brushed it off.
Okay, so you got a brush. This is some indoor coil cleaner. Viper. Always release the pressure before you put the pump sprayer back in your van. Okay. We're making this blower wheel great again. Yeah, you can see.
All that crap running off of it. Yeah. We'll do it right.
Taking care of the cause and the effect. You leave a dirty blower wheel inside of that mini split and then your new motor goes bad. We do not want that. Check this out.
That's how you do it right here.
You can do it! Just having fun on the job, you know.
Oh, look at it. It's slinging all that crap out. It's amazing.
This is actually a tried and true technique.
Yeah.
You let the wheel spin on its own.
I'm a professional.
I'm a professional. I just noticed that We could have used that lull over there, that man lift, but instead we're using our extension ladder. But that's an option. Look how clean that wheel is now. Clean. So new wheel in place, and of course tighten the screw. That way the shaft is connected to the hub of the wheel. Got this bracket here that you have to make sure that you put in place, and then put the shaft of the motor through that bracket. Got 2 screws here. Now we're going to put it back together and install the new coil, and then we'll get the flaring tool. All right. Sometimes you have to bend these line sets to get the actual coil to fit down in here. Yeah, it looks like that we're going to have to angle it back this way.
Can't tell what I'm doing.
But you can see, I think you need to just push.
Push?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. No, it's
Yeah, we need to bend it.
It's on this.
So bend these back a little bit, back this way. What do you think?
I'm stuck on this.
I can see. Looks like you just bent it back enough to where.
Just enough.
Just enough. See? You got to bend this back just a little bit to get it set in the groove, and then you got to bend it back to where it was so this cover plate will go back over it. Awesome, man. What do you think?
It's amazing.
Thank you. So you might be a little worried about this next part, but no big deal, because there's actually a spring that is over the line sets right here. You can see it right here, and it helps you to be able to bend these line sets. So I'm just going to take this and bend it to where it is straight. That way, when we go to mount this air handler back on the bracket, we can push the line sets through the wall. See that? Okay. Another thing we need to do before we go outside and get on the ladder is take 2 crescent wrenches and loosen both of these flare nuts, so that we've already done that, so that we don't have to do it on the ladder. Unless you want me to do it on the ladder. You want me to do it on the ladder? Okay, I figured that. Okay. Placing the screws back in on this side. There's 3 screws total. All right. If you don't know how to work on mini splits and you want more information on how to work on mini splits, I've got a video on how to work on mini splits. I'll put that down in the link in the description. Go check out that video. Also, I've got a playlist called HVAC Tips for Technicians. I've got over 400 videos of live in the field experience as a technician. So go learn. So we're going to loosen up the flare nut connections. That way it's easier for me to take them off when I get on the ladder.
Okay.
Okay. All right, keep your drain on the bottom. And before you try to feed the line sets through the wall, use some tape, a wire tie. I would definitely use tape, because you're going to have to cut the wire tie off if you use a wire tie. All right.
You want me to hold the wires?
Shouldn't have to.
Okay. They have to feed through that little hole.
That is correct. Use your head. Now, make sure your drain goes through the hole. Wires. A little bit of a process, but when you do one, you can do it. Now I'm moving my ladder over. There's the communication wire, and then here's the power wire. All right, those wires are through. Make sure that it is on the bracket and that the clips for the bracket are not bent too far out, so that can cause a problem. Okay, we're ready to put the cover on. Make sure the drain went through. Yeah, drain went through. All right. The DC communicating wires right here, F1 and F2, are polarity sensitive. Do not mix these wires up. So if you have red going to F2 outdoor unit, make sure it's going the same place at the indoor unit terminals. Don't forget that screw there. So you can see the screws now clearly. 2 on bottom, 2 on top. Got this bracket screw here. Got this screw that holds the plate over the control board. This right here. Okay, we're ready for the cover. Yes. Okay, plug the receiver wire in, then run the ambient sensor through, and then we have got 3 hooks. You see that? 1, 2, 3. And you use your flathead screwdriver to pop those loose. And you can see there's the hook. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can see the hook there. As I push it in, see how it just snaps in? And that snaps in. Okay, now I've got my 3 screws down here. 1 there. 1 there. Make sure it's lined up. You get these covers. You need to move out of the way. And then there's 1 more right here. Okay, ambient sensor wire. Put this in its place. Receiver is plugged in. Back on the wall, filters in, cover is in place. Now, go flare the connections and then make sure we nitrogen pressure test, charge it, factory charge, test it. Fastest, safest, easiest way to make these flares is with the spin flare tool. If you don't know anything about this tool, I've got a link in the description for a video that shows you all about this tool, how to use it in the field. This is how I'm gonna make my flares. All right, so check this out. Here's the piece that I cut out. Look at that inside there. That is no bueno. Now, we should be able to put the flare nut right over this pipe size. I don't need this. Got the nitrogen set up. Woo! Make sure you bend the line sets down to where they're going to be. Make sure it's going to fit in the line hide cover. And then make sure you cut the lines to where you can actually hook up the connections so that it just works. See that? All right, now got the 5/8. Let's do the 5/8 first. Make sure it's straight. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, now let's set up the 1/4 inch now. 1/4 inch. So we got the flare connections ready. Drain line is in. Both flare connections are tight. Get a couple crescent wrenches. If you got a torque wrench, that's even better. There's specs inside the install manual that show you exactly what to torque these flare nuts to. Adding nitrogen right now. Doing a leak test. We got some soap bubbles and we are going to leak test these 2 connections. Then we're going to foam the inside of this hole. That way we're not having any infiltration from the outside to the inside. Now, adding nitrogen, about 600 pounds. We're gonna see if we got any leaks. We got a leakage.
Got a leak?
Yep. Vapor line connection, liquid line connection's fine. Okay. All right, retightened.
I'd say we're up over 400 PSI.
400 so far? Okay. Excellent. No leaks so far. We'll pump it on up to about 590, 600. Make sure it's still not leaking, and yes, we're almost ready to put the line hide cover back on. Excellent.
This man's a professional.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh crap! Dude, in the woods. OSHA.
it. You're not in on the right side at the top.
Top right side?
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Work smarter. Go harder. We'll need the cylinder on the top. One more screw down here on the coupling to hold the two pieces together. Hold this in the way.
Pop out, just move your hand there on the right side.
Good?
Looks good.
Okay. Slide it down. Okay, awesome. Time for the vacuum pump. Turning the scales on, syncing. These are wireless scales, they're very nice. Fieldpiece SR S2, link in the description. Now zero it out. How much does it hold? 51.1, divide that by 16, 3.18. So 3 pounds. Okay. Adding the refrigerant. We'll wait till that says about 3.18 or 3.2. And then we will put the disconnect back in, connect the power, we got about half a pound so far. 2 pounds, we're almost there. Hopefully we'll be able to charge it. We can turn it into the cooling mode to help to charge faster, but we're just going to keep charging this way here. Fully charged, 3.2. Perfect. Now let me go turn the unit on. We'll do heating mode. Got the remote. Excellent. Now what we got? Heating? Okay. Good. Turn my fan speed up. Listen to that indoor fan. Actually, I want to hear the indoor fan. So I'm going to turn it in the fan mode. Fan speed. Oh. A little bit of water. Sounds good. Balanced. Okay. Now, heating mode. And of course, we're not going to have, I'm going to put it in auto position. Fan speed in auto position now. Now the indoor fan is not going to blow until the coil temperature reaches 99 degrees for this Samsung unit. So the outdoor unit will kick on, but the indoor fan will not kick on until that coil temperature has reached the target. Okay. Excellent. Let's go check it while it's running. If you need to know how to charge a mini split, I've got a video on charging mini splits. I've got a video on how to check the temperature split, the supply and the return air temperature using a dual in-Duct psychrometer. I'll drop that video down in the link as well. Outdoor fan is running, compressor's running. So vapor line should get hot. This is the gauge we've got hooked up. So you should see this pressure at least 300. It's been running maybe 2 minutes, still going up. See that? It's about 250. Saturation temperature is about 84 right now at 250. So with a saturation temperature of 84, that indoor coil is not going to be warm enough. I bet you the fan's not blowing yet, but let's go check. Okay, it's blowing now. So let me go back outside and check the pressure. And it is a little bit warm, so okay. Let's see what it is now. Oh, okay. So yeah, must have ramped up as soon as I started leaving to go check. So it's at 300 now, and you can see saturation temperatures almost 100. So that is nice. And that's what you want. Look at that. Almost 100. So that heat is going to get better and better for that supply air temperature as this pressure rises. We're done. Let's close it back up and get out of here. Definitely blowing some warm air now. Remember to check out that video in the link in the description on how to check the temperature split of a wall mount air handler. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something. Let me know if you did learn something, what it was down in the comments. Put your questions down there, because remember, questions can become content. Hit the like button, subscribe, and smash that bell. Ding! So you know what I'm doing. If you want more videos like this, go check out my playlist, HVAC Tips for Technicians. If you want my email, Level 1 membership, go join. Let me know in the comments that you joined, and I will post my email so that all my Level 1 members have my email. Level 2 is the same. Level 3, you get access to all my members-only videos. And Level 4, you can get access to my phone number through my email. You've been watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad, and I'll keep you cool if you let me.